Hello, so I'm Adrian Day. I'm a resident of the Lakes Estate, and I'm the project leader, if you like, for the Pop-up-Parklet. I think they originated in Hackney a few years ago. There were some pioneering efforts to really take back some space from the road, from parking, and introduce some green areas, some seating, cycle parking, areas where kids can play. For this area, for the Palmer's Green area, there's a group of residents on the Lakes Estate who feel that the area would benefit from better facilities for cycling, better facilities for walking, and less vehicle domination, if you like. And we thought, what are the practical ways that we can show the benefits of a greener, a quieter Palmer's Green? And the Pop-up-Parklet was one of those. 2 or 3 reasons why we've joined with the Play Street idea. Firstly, the Play Street is happening on the 15th, and that means that the street will be closed to through traffic, so that makes the organisation easier. Secondly, Devonshire Road is the junction with Green Lanes, and we're particularly keen to bring on board commercial organisations, the shops, the cafes, and actually quite a few open on the Sunday in Green Lanes. So this particular park will be very visible at the junction of Devonshire and Green Lanes, so that the shopkeepers, the cafe owners will see some of the benefits that a parklet might bring. Essentially, we're taking over 2 parking spaces. We've been working with the council closely on this, with their Healthy Streets officer. We have the right permission to close the 2 parking spots. So we'll be taking 2 parking spots, and there's a large area of pavement there at the junction. We'll be putting AstroTurf down to replicate grass. There'll be seating, there'll be tables. We're going to have a little area for children so that they can sort of drawing and colouring. The cafe opposite, Le Grand Jour, will have its tables and chairs out, so you'll be able to get coffee, teas and refreshments there. So I've been very pleased with the volunteering so far. I mean, I'm guessing there's about 20 people involved when you include people who have volunteered their tables, their chairs, their plants. We'll be working with the Play Street coordinators to make sure the area is safe. We'll have the councillor sending a photographer and a council officer. I plan to invite some of the councillors, and we'll be doing a little survey to get people's feedback. And we've actually got an academic coming to run that survey. So there'll be a lot happening.
Maggie, and I have 3 children. I live in Park Avenue in Palmer's Green, and I'm part of Better Streets for Enfield. Brought lots of toys to the parklet because we thought it was a really nice chance to show people how parking spaces can be given over to greenery and play and children. So it's all about sort of reclaiming the streets for our kids. Oh, I will.
Fantastic. We just get to know all our neighbours. You wouldn't ordinarily see them. We're all out busy at work, and the kids get to play together. It's brilliant.
It's certainly the first pop-up parklet in Palmer's Green. I'm not aware of any others in Enfield. They seem to be more popular in the inner city boroughs, sort of Hackney, Islington areas like that. But there's absolutely no reason they shouldn't be on the end of every street in London.
I'm a doctoral student at University of Westminster, and I've been working with Enfield for about the last 10 months to try and help them create more of the changes that they would like to see and be used for a number of social activities, including pop-up music shows. It's interesting, in Hackney at the moment, they have a parklet program, and these parklets, everyone gets to do their own. So some are seating, some are gardens, some are art spaces. And I think that means that the streets are this hive of activity. And when we think about some of our best streets and the places we like to go, they're a hive of people, they're social, they're entertainment spaces. And that's what the parklets are about. They're providing us those entertainment and social spaces that we're lacking. They're allowing us to get outside of our houses and create connections with the community, to support businesses, and that the more parklets we have, the greater the increase could be. So I can imagine having 6 or 7 parklets in a row, and 6 or 7 car park spaces that are then put by parklets. And I could imagine my 5 and 8-year-old having a mini football game or badminton or a number of other things that they're not able to do in the small council flat we have. And that's one more activity and one more place where they can actually run around and stretch their legs, because at the moment they can't do that inside. So parklets also, they're really about, they enable children to be children again, to go back to my grandparents when they're allowed to run around. Parklets are giving them that opportunity again. They're creating spaces that aren't for cars, but could be for kids.
Is 2 or 3 things. Firstly, this is about showing what can be done, and I guess changing attitudes that, every road, every parking space doesn't have to be for vehicles, that roads are also for people. They're for walking, they're for cycling, they're for actually spending time. And I think, by the way, one reason that if you look south down Green Lanes from the Devonshire Road junction, you could hardly see any greenery. So I think what we'd like to happen is we'd like to change some attitudes, if you like. We'd like to demonstrate to the council, who I know are looking at some of these ideas at the moment, our enthusiasm for parklets and for low traffic neighbourhoods. We'd like to give them some ideas, and it's great there's a council officer coming along. And I think we'd like to show particularly the businesses some of the benefits of having more people, footfall in their jargon, more people on the high street, spending their money, shopping, going for coffees. We all know high streets are under a lot of stress at the moment. So we're trying to demonstrate some of the good things, albeit over a few hours on a Sunday afternoon.
Hi, my name is Claire Allen and I'm a resident in Devonshire Road. I'm also coordinator of the Streets Play Street, which takes place every month. The purpose of a play street is to close off the road, reduce traffic flow, apart from letting residents in and out. Play Street is a really good opportunity for all the children on the road to get to know each other. They may not always be in the same school, same class, so other than that and the play street, they wouldn't get to know each other, wouldn't get to play, socialise, and also likewise for the neighbours, the parents, it's a good opportunity to socialise with your neighbours who you might not necessarily get to know as you'd be passing by on the street doing your day-to-day, not necessarily stopping and chatting.
I think what's interesting about play streets, particularly in the Palmer's Green and adjacent area, is there were some early play streets a few years ago, and now that they've sort of caught on, so a lot of streets in this area actually close on a Sunday. We try and alternate them, so we haven't got all streets closed at the same time. But actually there's a designation which identifies Palmer's Green as a sort of epicentre of play street activity and showing many aspects of best practice in play streets.